There's two of us in Older who are a duet. We both come from very different musical backgrounds in terms of influence and how music has shaped how we ended up in the space we're in today. For my part, I had no interest in music whatsoever, absolutely none. In fact, to be fair, I don't think I ever wanted to be a musician. It never really was part of what I was interested in. It was engineering I was interested in. And I think that's why I've ended up being a music producer and having a studio. Primarily, my interest in music is from the engineering side of things, taking apart old tape players and TVs and things like that. It wasn't until perhaps I was, 12, 13, I was around a friend's house and he'd been learning to play bass and guitar, and he had the entire collection of the Beatles on cassette. He also had a Monkees album, and that Monkees album had a song on it called Pleasant Valley Sunday, and he played the song and he picked his clunky old bass up and he played the bass line. And in that moment, I was just absolutely transfixed that my mate could play the bass line for a song that was part of a TV show that I enjoyed in the 70s, and I was absolutely blown away. And I thought to myself, ooh, I think I'd like to learn this. And I looked at his guitar and I looked at the bass, and the bass had 4 strings and the guitar had 6, and I said, that's the instrument for me. I still wasn't thinking about becoming a musician. It just struck me that if I could play an instrument, I could tie that in with recording, and that means engineering. And so that's where the journey started for me. It wasn't really a spark to want to become a big famous rock star. It wasn't like that at all. And in fact, in my family, there are no musicians. Both Julie and I in this band, we're really into genealogy, and I know there are no musicians whatsoever in my family. It's just not been part of my childhood. I have no interest in music whatsoever. Any time anyone tried to teach me an instrument at school, I had no interest whatsoever. I got miserable results in music lessons. The end of term results were always a C, tried, but must try harder. So we all have different journeys, and mine was just starting by hearing that bass guitar being played along to Pleasant Valley Sunday by the Monkees, and it just grew hugely from there. Julie's journey is very different, and another reel I'll talk about that.